Okay, cool. Welcome, guys, to week 7 of the junior coding course. So today, we aren't going to do Scratch anymore. We're going to learn Python. So just like, when you first started the course on Scratch, we are going to need to sign up to a new website where we're going to do our coding. So I will show you guys what website to go to. I'll just link it in chat. It is called like rapplit.com. So I'll just link that in the chat box. 1 second. So if everyone could go to this website and sign up, please. I'll just share my screen and show you guys how to sign up. So basically, I already signed up myself, so I need to go into incognito mode to show you guys how to sign up. But there you go. Here's rapplit.com. That's what it looks like when you haven't signed in. So on the top right, there is 2 buttons, login and sign up. So click on the sign up button if you don't already have an account on this website. I'll just zoom in a bit. Right, so click on sign up here. And it will say create a REPL-IT account. And so you need to make up username, like whatever your username is. And then you need to give your email address. If you don't have access to an email address, you'll need to ask one of your parents for their email address. And then you need to make up a password so you can log in. So basically like the same process as you used to like sign up to the Scratch website, just for this one. So I'm going to give you guys maybe like 10 minutes or so to like sign up. If you have any questions, just like, am I showing the wrong screen? 1 second. For sure. Stop sharing. Share screen. Sign up. All right, can you see now? Okay. That's what I did. So the login and sign up buttons on the top right, click sign up, and then make up a username, give them your email address, and make up a password. And then, yeah, and then they should send you an email and ask you to verify your account, and then afterwards you log in. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to do that. If anyone has any issues with this process, just raise your hand in the Zoom and I'll get to you. Oh yeah, and then make sure after you create your account, you also log in as well. So like once you make your account, you have to type in your username and your password here and log in. And just a reminder, the website is replit.com, so replit.com. And I'll just give you guys a couple more minutes and then I'll ask how many people have already signed up. Huh. Right. Hello, Callum, do you have a question?
What do you do after?
Okay, so have you signed up already and have you logged in as well?
Yep.
Okay, that's good. After logging in, we're going to basically create a new Python project or Python REPL, as it says. I'll show you after most people have logged in.
Yep.
All right. Okay. People who've already logged in, can you give me like a thumbs up react in Zoom so I can see how many people have logged in? Okay, I think a fair amount of people have managed to log in already. All right, anyone? Okay, I think Kinder just asked, when I ask you how much coding you've done, what do you click? Just click any. I don't think it really affects anything. I think they're just doing a survey of their users. But most of you would be like beginner. Or not at all. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to assume you guys have mostly managed to log in already. If you still have any major issues with logging in, just like raise your hand. Okay. Okay, hi Alfie.
What are we doing right now?
Oh, we are signing up for this website called repelit.com.
What's repelit.com?
It's a website where we can like, it has like an interactive like code editor where we can write Python code. So we are learning
so
Python
we're doing
today.
Python now.
Yes, we're doing Python today.
Okay. What is it called?
Repelit.com. I just put it in the chat box, so it's replit.com.
Okay. Oh, found it. Okay. So wait, Alfie, what is it? So do I
you press the sign up button. So on the top right of the screen, when you go there, there'll be like a sign up button. So just sign up, make up a username, give them your email, and make up a password, and then they should send you an email, and then you like finish signing up, and then you can log in.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Okay, I'm going to assume most people have logged in already. Don't worry too much if you haven't. I'm going to start slow. If you still have any issues, just raise your hand, but I'm going to sign in myself now. So no screen. So I'm going to sign in. That already automatically signed in for me. Okay, so yeah. All right. If you're like me, you'll already have like a list of REPLs that you have. If you're not, you'll you know, this will be blank. What I need you guys to do is create, so there's like a plus sign on the top right hand corner of the screen once you've already logged in. And it'll, when you hover over it, it'll say new REPL like this. Anyway, so you click on new REPL. So a new REPL is like a new project. And then on template, I need you guys to choose Python. So Python, because we're going to be programming in Python. And then you can give your project whatever title you like. I'll go junior coding week 7. Yeah, so remember, you click the plus icon here to make a new project. Then you'll have create a REPL here, and then you'll have And then under template, like from the dropdown, choose Python. Yeah, and then give your project like whatever name you like. And then afterwards you click on create REPL. Okay, so I have selected Python, name my project, and I'm going to click create REPL. When you do that, it should start loading a new project. And you'll see here, here's a file called main.py, and here's like, you can type stuff in here. Here is the console. It's where your code, the results of your code will run on the right side. And your project title will be at the top here. Hello, yeah.
Can I share my screen?
What is your problem?
There's something like, I don't know, like.
Where are you up to? Did you sign in already?
Yeah, and then there's a how familiar are you with programming?
Okay, just give whatever answer you like. If you haven't been programming very much, just say beginner or not at all. They're just asking you a question for when you sign up.
And then it's doing how do you want to use a reply?
What are they? I don't think the answers to these questions really affect it that much.
It's saying personally or as a student or as
a student, because you are a student.
Yep. And then
Yeah, when you're done answering all the questions, it should let you sign in.
oh, okay. Yep, I got it.
Okay, that's good.
What's the title again?
You can call it whatever you like, just something that you remember what it is. I called mine Junior Coding Week 7, but you can use whatever you like. Like for the project. Just remember, to make a new REPL, you click on when you're on the home page, click on the plus sign on the right-hand side of the top right-hand side of the screen, and then select like a new Python REPL. Like I can show you again the process to make a new REPL.
It did. Thank you.
Yep. You got it? Okay, that's good.
I got it.
Cool. Right. Hi, Alfie. Do you still have a question?
No, thank you. I was just raising my hand because I got a bit confused.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Maybe give me a thumbs up React in Zoom if you've already managed to like make a new REPL to start coding. Okay, that's a lot of you. All right, cool. I think that should be most of you by now. All right then, so I'm gonna show you guys how to make your first Python program. So it's tradition when you start like you know how our first statement in Scratch was to say hello world. So the first thing you do with most programming languages is like you figure out how to sort of print the words hello world to the screen, because it's like the simplest thing you can do. So I'm going to introduce you guys to the print statement in Python. So print is a lot like say in Scratch. It basically it basically like prints out words to the console on the right here. So I'll type print and then left bracket, And when you make a left bracket, it'll automatically make a right bracket as well. And then you need to enclose the words you want to print in quotes. So I'm just going to use like double quotes here. And when I type one double quote, it'll automatically make the second one as well. And then I will write the words hello and world. So that's print, left bracket, quote, hello, world, close quote, and close bracket. And you should see, I think, at the top of your screen is like a big green run button. And also say when you hover over it, you can also use Control-Enter to run your code as well. So I'll just click run here. And the console, it prints hello world. So yeah, we've just gotten Python to print hello world to the console. So remember, all the outputs of your program will be in this console window here. Just like the stage in Scratch. Okay. Hey Charlie, do you have a question?
I can relate. I can't like click on the thing to write a text.
Oh, you can't so when you click on this area, it doesn't work?
No.
Do you have a bad internet connection or is it?
No, everything.
Is it still loading? Because it took a while to load this.
It's finished loading.
Okay, that is strange. Have you tried refreshing your page?
Let me try now.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, doesn't matter. I'm good. Yeah.
Ah, that's good. Cool. Right. Hello, Yahya.
Can I share my screen? There's something wrong.
What are you up to? Did you manage to create a project?
Wait.
Have you signed in?
I did hello world and I did everything, but when I did it run, there's a red thing and it's saying error.
Oh, okay. You probably mistyped something. So I'm just about to go through this. Basically, if you type something, you know how in Scratch you can never really make mistakes because you drag and drop stuff. In Python, you can make mistakes. Like if you forget something or you mistype it, like for example, if I get rid of this right bracket here and I press run, I will get an error as well. Like this. And it has like red text over here. So you're getting something like this, kind of?
Yeah.
Can you make sure you typed everything like exactly like this?
Okay.
Sometimes you even get a red underline if you do something a little bit wrong. Like if I change this to print instead of print, the whole thing will be underlined. And if I hover over the red underline, it will like show me what is wrong. Like this says undefined name, which means there's no such function as print. Like if I forget a T. Also, you can share your screen actually. Are you coding on the same device you're using to run Zoom?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how to share your screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll stop showing mine and enable screen sharing. Okay, you're here. Try sharing your screen now.
Done it.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Okay. You are using square brackets instead of round brackets.
Oh.
You need this. Yeah, you need like round brackets.
What's a round bracket?
Parentheses. They are like they're near. If you're using a normal keyboard, it's near like the 9 and the 0. Just like press Shift 9 and Shift 0, and it should work. Are you using you're using a computer, right? Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
But you need it to go like around the after the T and print, and then at the end as well.
Okay, wait a second. 9.
Yep, and then at the end of the line as well. Yep, no, just click there and click and use the right bracket. Yep, delete the left bracket it made as well. Like, no, that's a left bracket. You need a right bracket.
Okay.
Yeah, just delete the left bracket before it, so backspace by 1. That's too many letters. Yeah, that will work.
Yep.
And then use like, you need to quote your words. So you can't, like, you know how I put double quotes around hello world?
Wait a minute.
No. You know, double quotes? They're like speech marks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, put them around the words hello world, like around them, like at the beginning and end of hello world. Not there, not in the middle, like, yeah, before the H and after the D.
Yeah.
Yep. And after the D. Yep. Just make it. Yep. And then run that, and that should work.
Yep.
Yeah. Well done. Yeah. Cool. All fixed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So we've seen for the first time how to see and fix errors. So yeah, so for the first time, like you will never see this in Scratch, but we can actually make errors. And we need to be able to work out what errors we make, if we make any. Because I mean, if you make any long enough program, you're bound to like type the wrong thing sometime, right? So you need to know what the console is telling you whenever you get an error. Like you need to be able to read, if you see like a red squiggly line in the editor, that means you probably typed something wrong there, and you can hover over it and it will probably give you a hint as to what you did wrong. And you can also see in the console over here that it gives you information about, you can see it gives you information about where, like what line you made the error on. It says line 2, but or I made the error on line 1, but sometimes if you forget to leave a bracket, it tries to go to the end and it's like, where's my finishing bracket? This will also tell you the error type. Like syntax error is like a type of error where you mistyped something or did something which is invalid Python. So that's useful as well. You'll learn more about the different error types as you keep on programming and making more kinds of errors. Okay. All right, I think some people have some questions.
I need help.
Hi, Alfie. What's your problem? Are you getting an error?
Yeah. I keep getting an error.
Okay, so when you click run, you're getting like an error in the console.
Yeah.
Like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I guess I'll just have you share your screen now. Yeah, try sharing your screen now, Alfie. Not Charlie, please.
Oh, that's my brother. Charlie, stop.
Okay. All right. Try sharing your screen now. Do you know how to share it?
Yeah. Then share. Okay. So here when it like says there's an error somewhere, but I can't find it, and when I press run.
Okay. So if you look at what error is saying, it's saying you have a syntax error. Syntax error means you mistyped something, or you have like invalid Python somewhere. And yeah, it says the error is on line 1. I also see you made an error on line 5 that like it tells you the first error it can find. You don't have that bracket by itself.
Wait,
there.
I accidentally did these and just
just delete these. Yep. And the other thing you have, you see whether in the error where so in the error message on your console, it has like a little sort of upwards facing arrow where it thinks the error is.
Yeah.
Like in the console on the right. So what's it pointing to? Like what is that upwards arrow pointing to on the right?
I can't really see it.
It's pointing to the quote. Yeah, the quote that was before the bracket. So you shouldn't have had the quote before the bracket. Yeah. So just add the brackets back. Yeah.
Okay, I have to highlight this.
You don't need to highlight it. Just like make a left bracket before the. You don't need to highlight that. Anyway.
I highlight it. Okay, so
that's still wrong though, because you only quote the words. Yeah. So okay. Your first quote is like too early. It shouldn't be before the bracket. It should be like after the bracket.
Okay.
Yeah. So like don't run it yet. It's still wrong. So your problem is you have the single quote like before your left bracket. So just move it to after the bracket. Yeah, so delete that and make another one so delete the like single quote there.
Wait,
or put the
delete
bracket before. No. Put the bracket before the single quote. So to the left of it, I mean. No, your left bracket needs to be to the left of the single quote.
like this?
You know the left bracket on the like, so you have print and then you have quote and then you have a bracket. It should be print bracket then quote.
Okay, so print bracket
then quote. Yeah. Yeah, so make sure your bracket goes before your quote. Yeah, bracket but before, like to the left of the, like that's in the wrong place. Just put the bracket to the left of your quote, not to the right. It's to the right. But don't
like that.
No, it should be before, like to the left.
Yeah.
Your bracket needs to be to the left of your like speech mark. Like, you know, print then bracket. Yeah, make a opening bracket. Yep. Get rid of the. Yeah, it can be a bit annoying how it keeps trying to make matching brackets.
Do I press anything?
No. Just like click out of there. Yep. So now you need the right bracket to be after the words. Yep. So make a closing bracket. Yeah, just get rid of the extra brackets it makes. Just, you know how I only want one. You only need one closing bracket, not two.
Okay.
Like, you know what my one looks like, right?
Not really. It's still wrong.
Oh, yeah, it is still wrong. I'll put it in chat. Hang on. So it says print hello world. So if you so if you look at what I wrote in chat, it's like print then bracket then hello world, print then a bracket then speech. Yeah, it looks like that instead of
right.
Yeah, you need to put it. Yeah, you need to write it like that. Yep.
Right. No space.
No space with a left bracket. Just a left bracket. No, that's the wrong kind of bracket.
No.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and then get rid of the right bracket it made to match. Like, you know, it should be just delete that one backspace one. Yep. And then get rid of the, so you needed one closing bracket at the end. So get rid of the backspace. Just one closing bracket. Yeah, that's right. Yep. And then it's still a bit wrong because you're like, you know, your last quote should be like after the exclamation mark, because like the exclamation mark is still part of your like sentence.
Right.
Yeah. So you're going to need to move that single quote to the right of the exclamation mark.
The single quote is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just like it still needs to be there. You just said it in the wrong spot. Yeah. Yeah. Add one single quote. It needs to be an end quote. After your exclamation mark, you need one more quote. So to the right. Yeah. Add one quote. Just add a single quote. That's a double quote. You need a matching one. Yeah, just one single quote. Just press like where.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, that will work.
Wait, I can't. Oh yeah, it works. Thanks.
Yeah. Cool. You're welcome. Yep. So yeah, make sure you type everything very exactly, because Python is very strict on how you write things. So you need to make sure you write everything exactly. You can't it doesn't accept, you know, putting things in the wrong order like this, or you know, or if you miss a quote at the end when you're supposed to close it, it won't accept that either. So you need to be like really, really exact. If you have any errors, it's very likely because you didn't type everything exactly as it's written here, which is pretty common. I think some more people have some questions. Hi, Ethan.
Can we put characters in this?
Characters? Oh, do you mean like in Scratch where you had like sprites?
Yeah.
No, not really. Yeah, it's not really, Python isn't really a visual language. It's mostly text-based. So for the first, like, well, for the few lessons we're going to be doing, we're mostly going to be printing stuff to the screen, and that's the main output of this. So instead of like visual things like pictures or characters, it's going to be like words, text.
Okay.
This Ethan, does it check if this is appropriate for a 6-year-old?
This is very, it might be a little bit difficult for a 6-year-old, I think. But
So I was wondering because this is compared to Scratch a little.
yeah, because Scratch is very visual drag and drop style programming. This requires you to, well, yeah, to know very well like how to read and write, and also like how to type things exactly on a computer with no mistakes, basically.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Hi, Eric.
There's like a warning thing when I press run. I'll show you. Can I share screen?
Sure, try now.
Here. So when I run it just turns into this.
Oh, where did you get that from?
Where
Oh, like how did you write the Flask stuff?
it just appeared.
Oh, it appeared like as default stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like code for like a web server, basically. We're not doing web servers at the moment, so like just delete all of that and start like delete everything inside that file and start just use a print statement. Yeah, just delete that. Yeah. If you press run now, it shouldn't have that stuff. Just press like the you know the cross on like the window where it says we couldn't reach your REPL. Like just, no, like lower, like underneath the invite, you know, where it has that URL.
Here.
Yeah, close web view. So just close that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it gave you like a sample code for like web server, but we're not doing web servers. We're just doing like basic text stuff. But yeah, just do the print hello world stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, you shouldn't have any problems now. Okay, share my screen again. Okay, hi Charlie.
Can I just show you what I did?
Sure thing, we have some time. Okay. All right, try now.
I've got this.
Cool. Yeah, we have some nice, perfect print statements.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, hold on. Okay, if anyone's still having problems with the print statements, just raise your hand. Okay, hi Alfie.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, I'm just gonna Can I share screen like later?
I suppose. Yeah. What are you up to?
I'm just gonna write something
Okay.
based on the hello world.
Okay, you can share your screen later. Okay. Hi, Callum.
Hi. What do you do after it?
Okay. We're gonna practice doing some more print statements, basically. Just making sure everyone has managed to do this one without making any mistakes. Okay. But yeah. Yep. Just as a reminder, the kind of mistakes, really common mistakes you can make is leaving off a bracket. Like if you do that, it'll say unexpected syntax error, unexpected EOF while passing. Unexpected EOF means EOF means end of file. So it means it hit the end of the file that it didn't expect to because, for example, it was like looking for a closing bracket or something. It'll also tell you what line it thinks the error is on, and this little arrow caret thing here will point to where it thinks the error probably is. If you forget to do the double quote, and I press run here, it will say EOL while scanning string literal. So a string is like a quoted word, like hello world here, or like a quoted sentence. Like anything between two speech marks or quotes is a string. And EOL means end of line. So it's saying it hit the end of the line, but there's no closing quote while it was scanning the string. So that's the error you get when that happens. But yeah, those are probably the two most common errors you can make while doing this. Don't forget, if you see any red squiggly underlines, just hover over it with your mouse and it will tell you what it thinks you did wrong. Anyway, we're going to try writing some more print statements. So maybe you can do stuff like writing a name. I'm learning Python. Or like, another thing is strings can either be single quotes or double quotes. So for this one, this is equally valid. So you can either use double quotes or single quotes to sort of surround your strings. Remember, each of your print statements should be on a new line. So you shouldn't do, you couldn't like do two on one line, otherwise it will complain. So if I put this on the same line, it will have like a red underline saying like invalid syntax. And see, this arrow now points to just underneath the second print. So it's like saying this is a mistake. So every print statement should be on a new line like this. And yep, strings can either be surrounded by double or single quotes. You can sort of print two things at once with like a comma. So I'll say, if I do this, so this is one string, there's like start and end quotes, there's a comma here, and then I did like another string here. So you can print two things in the same print statement, and it puts a space in between them as well when it prints them up. And you can do the same thing with like, just add as many strings as you like. Yeah. Hi, Ethan.
How did you like put the second line to like more line and first line?
I can't hear you very well.
How did you like put that second line?
How did I put the second line? After the first line, you press enter on your keyboard.
But I don't have a keyboard.
Okay, if you're working on like an iPad, you should still have like an enter button on your like virtual keyboard. Yeah, just ask your parents about that.
You have a question?
I can just ask, is there other codes other than print? Yes, there are many other functions other than print. Print's just like the easiest thing to learn at the moment. There's also like another, you know how in Scratch you have like ask blocks that you can use to sort of ask questions of the user. There's one similar in Python called input. Like, yeah, but that's a little bit more advanced. There's also, next thing I want to teach you guys is like variables, which can be used to hold data values. So I taught you about the first type of data value, which is a string. It can also be, you can also use like numbers and things as well. But I'll show you guys in a minute. Okay. Hi, Violet, do you have a question?
Something is wrong with this.
Okay, are you getting an error message in your console when you run your
No,
code?
there's something wrong with the place where all the
Oh, like in your editor, like this whole thing. Okay, do you have a screen like this with the run button and all this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen. Maybe you can share yours so I can see. All right, try sharing your screen now, Violet.
Okay. This.
Okay, oh, that's a console. You can actually type things in the console as well, but yeah, that's actually fine. It's just yeah, you probably pressed enter when you were in your console. If you want to clear your console to start again, you can press, you know, that big like the cross at the top right of your console screen. Yeah, you click cross and then it says clear, so that will delete everything in the window, and then you can press run again. It will just output the same stuff. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. All right, cool. I'll just share my screen again. So yeah, you can do a lot of stuff other than printing. But printing is the first function I wanted to show you guys. You can also do fun things like print like ASCII art. For example, if I print this stuff, I think this should make a triangle. Test this up. Yeah, it makes like a lopsided triangle. It's not a very nice triangle. If you need to run something repeatedly, just like click run over and over again. Yeah, printing text like this is kind of called like ASCII art. You make like little pictures using like lots of text and hashes. Like, all right, that is the print function. Now, Shell just allows you to print a whole bunch of stuff to the screen. And like I said, to Violet there, you can actually see, you can hover over this X thing on your console and it will actually clear it. So you can actually delete everything that it just outputted. So your screen is clear again if you want to do another run. And yeah, so the next thing I wanted to tell you guys about was variables. So a variable is basically, you can think of it like a container that holds like data. So I can say, I don't know, you can call your variables anything, but so if you do something like this, where you just have like a word without quotes around it, and you say the equal sign, and then you can, this makes this equal to like whatever you want. So now this variable called color is now equal to the string. And remember, a string is like any like word or sentence with like quotes around it. And you can print these out too. So you can like, if I now print color like this, it will say red. So print color and print red are basically the same thing. This like prints red twice because color is red, and you know the string red is also red. So this way you can use variables to substitute for things. And guess what happens if you print a variable called number? You get 1. So the idea is a variable is like something which can stand for a string or a number or something else. You just tell Python what it is using the equal sign, and then you can do whatever to it. Yeah. Hi, Alfie.
Can I share screen?
Yeah, sure. 1 second, I'll just stop mine.
And, I'm in the middle of doing the thing you just did, but I also wrote a lot of stuff.
Okay, yeah, let's see it then.
Okay, so I wrote print hello world, print hello star, print hello alpha, print hello child. Those are the basics, and then these are like talking into statements. And now I'm gonna do the number stuff, and yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a lot of cool print statements. Yeah, well done. Cool.
Thanks.
Okay, yeah, Charlie.
Can I share screen?
So 1 second. Okay, try now.
What the heck? Oh yeah.
Okay, so you got everything basically. Nice.
Yeah, and a bit more.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, nice print statements. Well done. Cool. So this is, yeah. So that's using a bunch of print statements. This is how to use variables. I can do something a little bit more complicated with print statements and variables, which is, you know, sometimes you have like, you want to use like a variable like in the middle or something. So I'm going to make a version of like, you know, I say my favorite color is red up here. I can use a version just of my favorite color is, and then I can use this variable. So you can use it sort of not red. I wanted to use the variable called color. Oh, by the way, if you try and use like a variable which doesn't exist, because it will have a very special error. So if I hover over, it says undefined name. Now, undefined name means you are trying to use a variable or a function that doesn't exist. So if I click run on this, it will give me a big error. And it'll say, if I look at the bottom of it, it says name error. Name red is not defined. So it doesn't know what this is. It thinks this is a variable that I haven't told it what it is yet. If somewhere above this, I actually say red is, I don't know, anything, the error will go away. But yeah, that is also a very common error. Using variables where they don't exist yet is also an error. I'm going to use color here. So now this will print like my favorite color is red again, because you can, like same with the comma syntax, you can use variable names in place of actual strings. Another thing you can do is actually, instead of using commas, you can use a special syntax called, I'll just show you different ways of printing like the same thing. I'll just use %S. So %S here is like a placeholder for a string. So %S means this is a string. It will be replaced with, this sign will be replaced with like a variable that I will tell it to. So then I put the percentage sign here, and then I tell it what variable I want this to be replaced with here. You can see if I put this here, it says my favorite color is red. If I put this at the front though, like if I put this %S here, it would replace this position with the word red. So this is kind of how string formatting works. You can use variables inside of strings by using like %S if it's a string variable, and then it will replace whatever this is with like what you've told it to. So I'll just put this at the end again. Okay, I think Alfie said everything, they made everything disappear. If you accidentally made everything disappear, you may have deleted something. One thing in the editor you can do is if you make a mistake, like you can press Control-Z, like for undo, just like you can in like a Word document. So if I accidentally delete this stuff and I press backspace and I press Control-Z, it will come back. So maybe try that. If that doesn't work, you might need to maybe try refreshing your page. But yeah, you can totally like undo stuff you've just done in the editor. It's very useful if you accidentally deleted like a whole block. This is %S. Also, if your variable, I may be going like a bit fast for you guys. Yeah, just let me know if you have any questions. We have about a few, like 5-6 minutes left.
Okay, so can I share screen because like this is a really big problem.
Okay. All right, try now.
Just saying, Miss Vanessa, I'm upstairs now, and Alfie's a loser. That's my brother, Charlie.
What's up?
Okay, like when I press run,
Yeah.
before it didn't come back for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Like when I wrote what you wrote down with number, and then like I copied it, but when I pressed run, it would not show up. So when I deleted it, I pressed run, and then everything was gone. Like for this console, I pressed run again, but it was still blank, even though everything was written down here.
Okay, that's strange. And you didn't get an error message or anything, just it was just blank.
Yeah.
Okay, that's strange. Sure, why
Might,
that would be the case.
I don't know.
Sometimes the editor can also get an error. If that happens, you can also just refresh your page as well. That might help a bit. But yeah, looks like it's working now.
Yep.
Okay, right. So this is for string variables. It's %S for string variables. But if you are using numbers, then you need to use let's say I am number, and then it's %D with numbers. Don't ask me why it's D. So S for string and D for, I guess you can think of it like decimal or number or whatever. And you put %sign and then what variable you want to use. And the variable I want to use is called number. So this will read, I am number 1. So because this gets replaced with the variable called number, and number equals 1, because I said so up here. Oh, and for the last one, you can actually use multiple substitutions in one line. So I could say my favorite color is, and then percent S, and my, I don't know, save. What was it? I don't know what to do. If you want to have multiple of these, then you're going to need, this is going to be just slightly more complicated. If you need multiple substitutions, like if you see one, this has two substitutions because it's like 1, 2. So after the percent sign, you need this set of brackets, and then you need your 2 variables, color, comma, and number. So if you're just using one substitution, after the percent sign, you don't need any brackets, you just need the name of your one variable. If you're using 2 substitutions in one string, you need percent sign and then like brackets, and then your multiple variables with commas between them. So if I use 3, I would need like another comma and then the name of my other variable. Since I'm using 2, I'll just use these 2. Make sense? And yeah, if I run this, it'll say my favorite color is red and then number 1. So yeah, that is the basics of yeah, how to like replace certain placeholders in your string with variables. Right. Okay, does anyone have any questions so far? No. I think Kidda just asked how to save projects. It should auto save, really. Not sure there's a button to explicitly save it as well. But it should save like every couple of seconds. Let's see, this is history. Yeah, I don't think you need to save it yourself. It should just auto save every couple of minutes or so. Yeah. And as an aside, after you log in, you should see all your existing like REPLs, like the list of them. You can see recent here, and then see all REPLs, so you can see everything you've made, and you can click into it again, like this. And if you leave your code before it saves, you'll actually get a pop-up like that, like where it says like, are you sure you want to leave? So that's sort of how you know when it's saved. Anyway, yeah, I think our time is basically up. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed learning the intro to Python, which is like a text-based language. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next week.
All right, thank you. I'm going to unmute everyone to say goodbye to Miss Vanessa.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Vanessa. It was very
Bye-bye.
fun.
Bye-bye.
This lesson was very fun. Funner than fat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.